Hey guys, it's Brandon here from hubbaMinecraft, and today we're going to be looking at the Balkons weapon mod for Minecraft 1.2.3. Alright guys, so there's one thing I'd like to let you know before we start this mod spotlight, and that is that this mod does add custom sounds to the game, but you're not going to hear them because I'm wearing a headset. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So what we're looking at here is a little training area that I've built, and which leads me to the first thing that this mod adds to the game, which are these training dummies. Now you can hit them. I'm just gonna put my render distance down. So you can hit them, and I don't think they do get destroyed. I'm not really sure, but I've been hitting them for a while, and they don't seem like it. But if you do right click on them, they pop out like that, so you can pick them up and you can place them. Another thing to note about these things is if you place them, like, as you can see, I'm like facing the corner of a block. If you place him like that, he is going to face you wherever you place him. So if I pick him back up and place him facing this way, he's going to face me. And I could just basically wail on him or shoot him with any gun or tool. So now I'm going to show you, I guess, the my knife class, which is basically anything that you can throw. So I've organized them to my least favorite all the way up to my most favorite, which are the throwing knives, which are very cool. So the first things are the spears. Now the spears, you can get them in all of the all sorts of different kinds. You can get the wood, the stone, the iron, the gold, and the diamond. And what you do with them is you could just right click and throw them, and you could just like throw them like any other spear. They all do the same thing, except obviously the diamond has more damage, and as you can see, when they get thrown, they get stuck in the ground like that, and if you just walk close to them, you'll pick them all back up. So now I'm going to show you the crafting recipe. So all I have to do is go into my options and go into recipe mode on this one. And then let me just find it right here. So it's all the same crafting recipes for everything, except you use a different material, obviously. So for a wooden one, you'd use wood instead of a diamond, etc. So now I'm going to show you the flails. Now the flail are my second least favorite because only for one reason. It's that there's a bug in them, and actually for two reasons. One, the first reason would be that there's a bug in them. So let's say I throw one out by right clicking. As you can see, it pops the flail out, and I can move it around. But I can't put it back in, like, so it's stuck like this unless I scroll. If I scroll in my my hotbar, it'll go back in. And the other downside is that it's pretty hard to control. Like, you gotta like twist it around, and it's hard to hit mobs with. But I guess it's pretty useful. If let me just test something out. I'm not sure if this would work, but let me just go back on cheat mode, turn creative on, put it to daytime, and let me just fly up here and test something out. So if I throw a flail, okay, that's another glitch right there. So I guess it basically floats at my feet, so that's a little bug. But so there's another downside, but they're not the worst tools. The only reason why I put my the spears as my least favorite is because you can't. It's not like you can't really charge them up and aim. You just basically have to just click and they shoot right away. I would like them to be more like a javelin, but then there'd be no point in having a javelin, so I guess it's just to add more tools. So here's the javelin. So what you do is you just hold down your right click button and it'll shoot, and yeah, just like that. So I just realized that I forgot to show you the crafting recipe for the flail, so I'm going to do that right now. Recipe mode. Go back. Flail is over here. So once again, it's the same recipe for everything, just different materials. So you two sticks, two string, and a diamond or wood or whatever kind of tool you're trying to make. So next, I'm going to show you my most favorite, which is the throwing knife. Now the throwing knives, you don't hold and charge them, you just throw them. But they work pretty good for like when you're sprinting or something. You can just and throw it away. Like there's a creeper right there, but I want to change the time to day and turn the rain off. And then go pick up my throwing knife and try to kill this creeper with it. So as you can see, I got him. Oh, gotta use my other one. So that's a downside, is that they land right in front of the mob, and so it took 4 different kinds of throwing knives to kill a creeper, which isn't so bad. They're not the best tool, but we're gonna get on to the best tool in a bit. So next, I'm gonna show you my my close combat class. So these are all basically the close combat tools. So I put the flails again for some reason. Just gonna throw those out real quick. So first I want to show you the fire rod. Now this is my least favorite because let's say I spawn a cow real quick. Where are the cows? The cows are spawn a mushroom. So if I spawn a mushroom and then I hit him with this the fire rod, it only has one use with it, so you can only like hit it once and then it's destroyed. But it does set the mob on fire, and I think, yeah, see, it does kill them, and it cooks your food too, so that's pretty good. But it's not the best tool. You'd have to have a whole bunch, and I'm not sure if you can stack them. Let's just see. Where are they? Right here. No, so you can't even stack them, so that's not the best. Next we have the Warhammer. Now the Warhammer, there's a special in them that I'm not sure what the charge time is, but if you see, I can actually hold down right click and charge it, and it won't throw it, but it'll just like attack like a harder strength. But now I can't do it anymore. I have to wait a couple seconds until it recharges. But they are pretty good tools. So now I'm going to show you, oh damn, I keep forgetting to show you the crafting recipes. So I'll show you the crafting recipes for the javelin and the throwing knife real quick. Just go back to recipe mode, and the crafting recipe for the javelin is right here. So 2 sticks and a flint, and you get 2 javelins. Now the crafting recipe for the throwing knives is just a stick and the material you're using. So next is the crafting recipe for, let me just go back to cheat mode so I could see what I was looking at. Close combat, which is the hammers. So the crafting recipes for the hammer, let me just go back on recipe mode, and the hammers are here. So that's how you craft the recipe. The Warhammer, they're pretty expensive. Well, it depends on which tool you're making, but the diamond one is pretty expensive. It costs 4 diamonds. So I just realized that there's another tool that I forgot to show you guys, which is the battle axe. And oh yeah, I'm on recipe mode. I have to go back to cheat mode, and this is the battle axe. There's no special with it. Oh, well, you can block. You can block with it, but so that's it. That's just the battle axe. I'm not really sure how much damage it causes, but now I'll show you the crafting recipe for the. I'll go ahead and show you the crafting recipe for the halberd at the same time, so that I don't have to go back. But first, I'll show you the crafting recipe for the battle axe. So the battle axe is a little bit more expensive than the what's it called? Warhammer. 1 diamond expensive, or 1 material more expensive. So this is the halberd. These are probably, it's not the most the best weapon. It doesn't cause the most damage, but I like it because if you're holding it in your hand and you right click, it changes sides. So you can use it kind of like a spear, or you can switch it around and use it as like this kind of hammer thing. So it's pretty cool. So moving on to my next class, which is the guns class. So these are all the weapons or guns in this mod. So first, I'm gonna name them. You got the crossbow, the blowgun, the blunderbuss, the musket, and you got another kind of musket with a bayonet. So if I take the crossbow, the only downside about all these weapons is that they have like a long reload time. So what you have to do is you have to hold down the right click and it goes down, and then when you swing your hand like that, you can see it looks like there's an arrow in it now, and you can hold it and charge it and shoot it wherever you want. Now the crossbow shoots crossbow bolts, which I'm going to show you how to craft. So the crossbow is crafted with 2 wooden planks, 4 iron, and a bow. And the crossbow bolts are crafted with just a feather and an iron ingot. So that's it for the crossbow. Next is the blowgun, and I'm going to show you the crafting recipe right now. So that's the crafting recipe for the blowgun, just 3 sugar canes, and it shoots poisonous darts. So that's the crafting recipe. It's a cactus, a feather, and a stick, and you get 4. So now I'm going to show you what it does. Just go on recipe mode and switch it in for the blowgun. So this one too, you have to reload. So you hold down, and then when your iron swings like that, all you have to do is right click, hold, and charge, and fire. And then I'm assuming that it poisons your target. I'm not sure. That's probably what it does. So next we have the blunderbuss. Now the blunderbuss. So this it shoots blunderbuss shots, and it kind of looks like bone meal. But yeah, so this gun is pretty powerful. All you have to do again is right click, hold, and when you swing your hand like that, it's ready to go. Now you hold, aim, and fire, and you get a huge knockback, and it does a lot of damage. I think it's a one-hit kill. So next we have the musket. Actually, first I'm going to show you the crafting recipes before I forget. So the recipe mode and the musket, no, it's the blunderbuss. So it is a stock with a blunderbuss barrel. So now I'm going to show you how to craft the stock and the blunderbuss barrel. So the stock is, well, this is the blunderbuss barrel. A flint and steel and some iron like that. It crafts the blunderbuss barrel. And the stock is, where's the stock? Stock. Here it is. So just 2 sticks and a wooden plank. So that's not too expensive. Now I'm going to show you how to craft the blunderbuss. Not the blunderbuss, the musket. It's a stock with a musket barrel. Pretty simple. The musket barrel is crafted like this. And now I'm going to show you how to what was I going to show you? The one with the knife, with the bayonet. So it's just a musket with an iron knife. I'm not sure if it has to be an iron knife. I'm not sure if it could be a diamond knife. But all that I know is that it's a musket with a knife. So now I'm going to show you how to craft the ammo. So here you got the musket round, which is paper, some gunpowder, and some iron ingots. And the blunderbuss ammo, which is gravel, gunpowder, and a paper. So if ever I forget a crafting recipe, just go check out the forum. I'll put a link in the description. And you could just go check out the forum. I'm pretty sure they have all the crafting recipes. But if not, just message me and I'll message you. I'll just take some screenshots and send them to you by email or something. So I don't think I showed the. Let me just go back to cheat mode. I don't think I showed the No, I didn't show the dynamite. So this is another throwing. It's another thing that you could throw. So what you have to do is you have to click it once, and that lights the charge, and then you throw it, and then it explodes. So it doesn't do the most damage, but it's pretty good for, I guess, if you just put a whole bunch there. See how far that goes down. Yeah, see that's pretty effective. So that's pretty good for mining. So let's just see how expensive these are. Yeah, right here. So that's not that expensive. All you have to do is kill a spider and a creeper, and you get 2. So it's good for mining. The next thing that I wanted to show you was the musket and how it fires. So the musket, this is the musket. This is what it looks like right here. Now to load it, all you have to do is hold right click. This one takes a longer amount of time than the blunderbuss. And then you hold aim and fire, and you get a, that was actually me backing up there. But once you load it, you hold aim, fire, and you get this big knockback. Now this is the one with the bayonet. So this one you can actually melee with it, and it's probably has the same firing damage as the normal musket. So that's it for the guns. Now I'm gonna go on to I'm gonna move on to what is my personal favorite, which is probably the mod how could I say this? Probably the best thing about this mod, which is the cannon. So to fire the cannon, you're gonna need what the hell? Let me just put it back to daytime and switch to close. Grab this and just kill him. So it kind of looked like the Warhammer has a knockback on it, which is pretty cool. But now I don't need this. Let's go back to the cannon. So if I place this cannon down over here, it just like it's kind of weird looking, but wait till you fire it. It's awesome. So you want to right click to get on it, and then you could just aim with your mouse, and then you're gonna want to put a cannonball and gunpowder, and then hold the cannonball in your hand and right click on it. As you can see, it took 1 cannonball, 1 gunpowder, and now you could just right click, or no, hit space. Sorry, space by default. Hit space, and it fires a. Let me put my render distance up. So it fires this square cannonball, which is weird looking, but it's good enough for me, I guess. So I don't know if it has. There we go. Let's wait for it. Now let's go see the actual damage it did. Go creative mode. So it kind of looks a little bit like the dynamite, which is pretty sad because, well, this one actually it's pretty bigger than, it's a little bit bigger than the dynamite, which is pretty sad though because the dynamite is way less expensive than this thing, I'm assuming. Let's just see. Cannon recipe mode. And if you guys are wondering, this all these items and stuff, it's not too many items. It looks like it, but it's actually it's called not enough items. So I guess I could put a link in the description for the installer. And I found a website called skydaz.com, just by the way, and it has a whole bunch of installers for mods. So instead of having to install all the files manually, you could just download one file and run it, and it'll install the mod for you, which I think is just amazing. So this is the recipe for the cannon, which is 1 wood, 5 iron, and 1 flint and steel. And for the cannonball, it's just 5 stone. So it's not that expensive. You get 4 cannonballs. So I'd actually probably prefer the cannon than the what's called dynamite, because it's, to me, it's less expensive and it's cooler, but you can't just carry a cannon around with you. I don't even know if you could. Oh, I don't even know if you can actually break this thing. Doesn't look like it. Anyways, I think that's about it for this mod. If I didn't show, once again, if I didn't show any crafting recipes, I'm sorry. I'll put a link to the forum in the description so you can just go check that out. I don't think I left out any crafting recipes or forgot about anything. But if I did, just go check out the forum. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Good thing I went and checked. The recipe for the dummy, which I didn't show. So you need any kind of, any colored wool. It doesn't matter. It could be white. So it's 2 wheat, a leather tunic, and a stick. And that gives you the dummy. Alright guys, I think that's about it for this mod. So if you liked it, make sure you leave a like below and a comment. And make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.